Did you know some people predict the future with asparagus? Yes, you heard that right. Not a crystal ball, not tarot cards, but those little green spears in your fridge. This quirky method is called Asparamancy, and it's as strange as it sounds. It may sound like a joke, but some people take it quite seriously. How did this bizarre practice start? Well, legend has it that ancient civilizations were always looking for signs in nature. Some people studied the stars, others watched birds, and apparently a few looked to vegetables. But it wasn't until modern times that asparamancy really sprouted into a known practice. And the credit for that goes to one eccentric woman named Jemima Packington. Jemima, from the UK, claims she's the world's only Asparamancer. Her process? She takes a handful of fresh asparagus, throws it into the air, and reads the way the spears land. Based on how the stalks fall, she interprets messages about the future. Now, if you're wondering how asparagus can possibly predict anything, you're not alone. But Jemima insists it works! In fact, she's made some surprisingly accurate predictions over the years. According to her, the asparagus has told her about royal family events, political changes, and even sporting outcomes. Skeptics, of course, have their doubts. Most people would say predicting the future with asparagus is about as reliable as fortune-telling with potatoes. But Jemima's fans are convinced. Every year, people eagerly await her asparamancy predictions. They see it as a fun tradition, a little bit of mystery mixed with a good laugh. Some people even say it's more accurate than reading a horoscope. Jemima's predictions include a range of topics. She talks about global events, weather patterns, and even popular culture trends. She's even predicted things like economic changes and international conflicts. And here's the kicker, she does it all with a straight face. But what's the science behind it? Well, there isn't any. Asparamancy is pure folklore with no scientific backing whatsoever. It's all about intuition, interpretation, and a little bit of luck. But that doesn't stop people from being intrigued by it. After all, there's a certain charm in such an odd, old-fashioned tradition. People love the idea that something as simple as asparagus could hold secrets about the future. And let's face it, it makes for a great conversation starter. Imagine telling your friends that a bunch of asparagus predicted the next big event. Of course, most people view asparamancy as harmless fun. It's quirky, it's unusual, and it adds a touch of whimsy to our everyday lives. And maybe that's the real point. In a world where technology can be overwhelming, a little asparagus-based prediction feels oddly refreshing. It reminds us not to take everything so seriously. So next time you see asparagus in the grocery store, you might look at it a little differently. You never know, it might just hold the answers you've been looking for. Or not. Either way, asparamancy shows that sometimes life's quirks are worth celebrating. And who knows? Maybe in 100 years, asparamancy will be as common as reading a horoscope. Or maybe it'll just be a funny story we tell our grandchildren. Either way, it's a reminder that humans will always find unique ways to make sense of the world. So here's to Jemima, her asparagus, and the wonderfully weird world we live in.